Pay homage to the Sammasambuddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. May I have take permission from Venerable Bhante and dear faithful devotees, brothers and sisters. Today also we are going to discuss the occurrence of resultant consciousness, but under this line, additional notes on the occurrence of registration chitta. I think, sister, remember the place? Today's
yes, Bhante. Sorry, I forgot to open you. I do it now, Bhante. Just a while. Yes, Bhante. This is the note.
Yeah. This is today's our discussing about the Tadarammana. Tadarammana is a registration consciousness. There are 11 registration consciousness. What are the 11? Kamavachara Mahavipaka. There are 8. We can say 8 sense sphere, great resultant consciousness. And Ahetuka Mano Vijnana Dhatu. 3 rootless mind consciousness or mind consciousness element or Santirana. So investigation consciousness. I think those are names very familiar for us. But anyway, now we have to know 8 plus 3. This is the Tadarammana Chitta. That they are all sense sphere result. Kamavachara Vipaka Chitta. Kamavachara Vipaka Chitta. Which can only take Kamavachara object. Kamavachara object. Because the dosa chitta can get only Kamavachara object. Cannot get the fine material object or immaterial object, they cannot get. Only Kamavachara object taking the Tadarammana Chitta. What are the Kamavachara object according to our text, the commentary, the mention? Mainly there are 3 objects. Chitta, Chetasika and Rupa. Chitta, there are Kamavachara Chitta. 54 sense sphere consciousness. There are 52 associated mental factors and 28 materiality. 28 materiality. Okay. Now I think those one of the Kamavachara object can take for the Tadaram. Even Panyati, during the concept, Panyati object also cannot get for the Panyati object also cannot produce the Tadarammana Chitta. The same way, but the meditation object, sometimes we are practicing Anapanasati method or Metta meditation, but those are meditation object also. They are also not taking the, not giving the, not become object for the kama, the tadaramana chitta. But they have many ways, but later we can understand about the object. About the tadaramana chitta, now you see, no registration will occur in the fine material and immaterial existence. Even the eye-door process, ear-door process is still arising in the fine material world. But still they're taking the Kamavachara object, but not arising Tadaramana Chitta. Because Tadaramana Chitta arising only sensual plane, Kama, Kamavachara world. This is also important thing. Anyway, the commentary also going to discuss regarding the Kamavachara, but the Tadaramana Chitta. Now they say there are 11 types of Tadaramana Chitta, and Tadaramana Chitta not arising in the Rupa world and Arupa world. Why? What is the reason? The Vibhanga commentary explained that is because of the absence of a seed, bija abhava. Because no bija abhava. What is the meaning bija abhava? This seed refer to the rebirth linking seed. Because the Paṭiccasamuppāda, they say Paṭiccasamuppāda bija nati. Kamavachara vipaka sankhatam Paṭiccasamuppāda bija nati. In the Rupa world or Arupa world, not arising Kamavachara Paṭiccasamuppāda chitta. Because Kamavachara vipaka chitta become Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Kamavachara world only. Cannot be Rupavachara world or Arupavachara world. That's why bija abhava. The Paṭiccasamuppāda bija cannot arise. The Kamavachara vipaka chitta cannot be the Paṭiccasamuppāda bija in the Rupa world and Arupa world. This is the meaning. And they again explaining, in the fine material and immaterial existence, there is no sense where resultant as the rebirth linking seed. You see, very clear, no? I think you also understand. And this sense where rebirth linking seed is necessary for the production of sense sphere object, such a visible object, as an object for registration during the course of existence. Now, I think you also I think you can get the meaning. What is the clear? What is the real object for the Tadaramana Chitta? Explaining, due to the absence of this sense sphere rebirth linking seed, Kamavachara Paṭiccasamuppāda bija, registration cannot arise in the fine material and immaterial existence. But the not have, although registration cannot arise. It is possible for eye consciousness, ear consciousness to arise in the fine material existence. This is also because of, now explaining. Why? Because now the Chakkudwara process or Sotadwara process is still arising in the Rupa world. But anyway, no any registration mind. The power of occurrence of the faculties, the one meaning, Indriya Pavati Anubhavato, the power of the occurrence of the faculties. The sub-commentary explained, the sub-commentary add that this refer only to the eye-door and ear-door, as the remaining five-door process cannot arise in the fine material existence. And because of the arising of the eye faculty and the ear faculty, their power can support the arising of eye consciousness and ear consciousness. Okay, but next one, Dwara Viti Bhede Chitta Niyamato, the fixed law of consciousness specified by door and mental process. This is also according to the commentary explained. They explain again, according to the fixed law of consciousness, Chitta Niyama. Immediately after adverting, there will be seeing or hearing, consciousness, eye consciousness or ear consciousness, and immediately following that, receiving, explaining the arising, receiving. In addition to the eye consciousness and ear consciousness, there will also arise receiving and investigating consciousness according to this fixed law of consciousness, Chitta Niyama. Okay, Chitta Niyama. But the registration does not follow any states that are not of the sense sphere. You see, the commentary sabbepi akamavachara dhamme nanu bandhati. Because the not follow the tadaramana chitta. Why? They explain kasma. Why? Because it is not generated by them and because of being different from what produced it. The Pali say, ajanakatta, janakatta, ajanakatta, na janakatta. Katta cheva janakasacha asadisa satta. Yeah, this is a Pali explanation. There one example, the similar. This one also very good for the understand. Just as a young child who want to go outside of the house, follow and hold on the fingers of his own father who give birth to him, or of some well-intending relative who resembles his father. He does not follow other, such as any royal officials. In the same way, when registration want to go out from the object of the life continuum, it follows only sense sphere impulsion which produce it or similar to what produced it. Therefore, registration only arises after sense sphere impulsions and does not arise after Mahagata or Lokuttara Chitta. Mahagata Lokuttara Chitta. Now see, because the registration mind can appear after Kamavachara Chitta, but does not arise after Mahagata Rupavachara Chitta or Arupavachara Chitta or Lokuttara Chitta. This is the meaning. They have the after that explaining the just as it is does not follow after Mahagata or Lokuttara Javana. Registration also does not follow after sense sphere impulsion which take Mahagata Ramana. This is also important because sometimes there's some bhikkhus practicing jhana. Okay, after rose of the jhana, they're going to reflect the jhana factors, first jhana or second jhana, etc. At that time also arising Kamavachara Javana, Kamavachara Javana, impulsions, Kamavachara impulsions. But this object is a Mahagata Ramana, sublime object, Mahagata Ramana. But Mahagata Ramana also cannot be the object for the Tadaramana. That's why Mahagata Ramana cannot produce Tadaramana. Only after Javana arising Bhavanga, no more Tadaramana. This one also you must understand and must you keep. The meaning Mahagata Chitta and Lokuttara Chitta not following Tadaramana. Tadaramana always following the Kamavachara object only, not the Rupavachara or Arupavachara or Lokuttara Chitta. Again explain why. Because of unfamiliarity with the place and because it always has limited object, Paritharamana. Okay, Paritharamana. They are the similar, just as a young child following his father or some relatives resembling his father would follow only to familiar places such as door of the house, the middle of the road, crossroad, etc., and would not go to the forest or battlefield. In the same way, explaining the registration which follows sense spheres states only follows state occurring at familiar places such as the Amahagata, non-sublime states, but not those occurring taking sublime or supermundane state as object. This is a Pali commentary also explaining clearly. Okay, and after that, the explaining in the additional, it's the state of Dhamma Sangani. Dhamma Sangani, they explain Sabbo Kamavachara Vipako. Sabbo Kamavachara Vipako Kiriya Mano Dhatu Kiriya Hetuka Mano Vinyana Dhatu Somanasa Sahagata Ime Dhamma Paritharamana. All sense sphere resulted functional mind element, 5 to adverting consciousness, and functional rootless mind consciousness element accompanied by pleasure, Sugatavamsa chitta, arahata smile consciousness. There are states which limited object. Now you have to know what are the limited object. Limited object. This is also according to the Dhamma Sangani textbook explaining. Therefore, registration, the Tadaramana Chitta, being sense sphere resulted concerningly takes only limited object. There are 52 Kamavachara Chitta, 54 Kamavachara Chitta and 52 Chetasika and 28 Rupa. It does not follow sense sphere impulses having a sublime object, fine material or immaterial consciousness, associated mental factors, or lokuttara object, for path and fruition, associated mental factors and nibbana. Okay, you have to understand clearly, you have to keep what is the different object for the Tadaram. The sum of the Kamavachara object can object for the Tadaramana, but some of the Kamavachara Javana cannot be the object for the Tadaramana Chitta. Okay. In the ancient commentary, they are explaining the very good very good way. Ancient commentary explain it is the state with certainly that the 11 registration do not arise when the impulsions are. This one also very important because in the commentary also mentioned, because there are 11 types of Tadaramana Chitta. Do you remember, no? Those are Tadaramana Chitta cannot arise. Example now, Nama Gottang takes the name and lineage as object. Example now, I'm calling the sister failing, brother JJ, etc. Now, I'm using the name or lineage of the people. At that time also arising Javana Chitta, Javana process. The Kamavachara, one of the Javana Chitta. But end of the Javana cannot appear Tadaramana because Nama Gotta cannot be the object for the Tadaramana. Okay. Next one, there's a Nama Gottang Arabha Javane Javite Tadaramana na Ganhanti. Yeah, they say takes the name and lineage as object to arise Javana, but end of the Javana cannot arise the Tadaramana. Tadaramana cannot get cannot take this object. This object cannot be the object for the Tadaramana. Okay. This is Panyating Arabha Javane Javite Tadaramana na Labbati. Panyating takes concept as an object. to arise Javana. But this Panyati cannot be the object for the Tadarammana. What's the meaning? Panyati. Example, meditation object, Kasina object, or meditation, any of the Panyati object. In the Anapana Sati object, the breathing, the breath, in breath and out breath object, the loving kindness object, the whatever Panyati. Okay. And after explaining, Tilakkanarammanika Vipassanaya Tadarammanana Labbati is insight taking that their characteristic anicca, dukkha, anatta as object, impermanent, suffering, non-self. Yeah. So this is an object for the Vipassana meditation. But the meditators, after seeing the mentality and materiality or aggregate whatever sankhara, whatever formation, he start to practice anicca, dukkha and anatta. But those are tilakkana object, taking, those are the three characteristics of object for the Javana Chitta to arise. But cannot be the object for the Tadarammana. Tadarammana cannot appear. Uttana Gaminiya Bala Vipassana Tadarammana Labbati is powerful insight that can lead to emergence, attain of Nibbana. This is a very close to Nibbana. This Vipassana state very close to Nibbana. At that time also never ever arising Tadarammana. That time also never ever arising Tadaramman Chitta. Again explain. The Rupa Rupa Dhamme Arabha Javane Javite Tadarammanana Labbati. The takes fine material or immaterial state as an object to arise Javana. Before I will explain, someone after also of the first jhana, he is going to reflecting jhana factors or jhana chitta. And the same way, the following practicing like this. But at that time also arising Javana Chitta. Kusakama Vachara, Kusala Javana arising. But end of the Javana cannot appear Tadarammana. Tadaram, this Rupa Dhamma, the fine material and immaterial Dhamma cannot be object for the Tadarammana. Explaining, Micchatta Niyata Dhammesu Tadarammana na labbati. Micchatta Niyata is one of the wrong state with fixed result. I think they have the footnotes. What are the fixed result? There are 5 Micchatta Niyata Dhamma. Yeah. Katame Dhamma Micchatta Niyata Pancha Kammani Anantarikani Yacha Michaditti Niyata. Ime Dhamma Micchatta Niyata. What are the wrong state with fixed result? The 5 come with dangerous result and the fixed wrong view. They are the wrong state with fixed result. Okay, because now you have to know someone committing one of the danger akusala kamma, killing mother or killing the father, killing the arahat, and like this they have explained. Okay, or wrong view. But whatever the wrong action arising, at that time also Tadarammana cannot appear. The same way, Sammatta Niyata Dhammesu Tadarammana labbati. Sammatta Niyata is one of the writers state with fixed result. They have the footnotes there. Sammatta Niyata Dhamma. According to Dhamma Sangani book mentioned, Katame Dhamma Sammatta Niyata. What are the writers states with fixed result? Chattaro Magga Aparyapanna, the 4 paths which are not included. Superman, but the writers state with fixed result. The 4 Magga Chitta. So Sotapatti Magga Chitta, Sakadagaya Magga Chitta, Anagaya Magga Chitta, and Arahatta Magga Chitta. Why? After Magga Chitta, immediately arising Phala Chitta, fruition consciousness. But the cannot appear the Tadarammana Chitta. Then the Lokuttara Kusala Chitta is a Lokuttara Kusala is a Javana, but after Javana, immediately rising Vipaka Chitta, Lokuttara Phala Chitta, not the Tadarammana. After that, again continue. Lokuttara Dhamme Arabha Javane Javite Tadarammana Labbati. Lokuttara Dhamma takes the super mundane states, path and fruition, and Nibbana as an object for the Kamavachara Kusala Chitta. Because you know, the some of the Bhikkhu after became Sotapatti, he can see what's his path consciousness and his fruition consciousness and object of the path and fruition consciousness. When he's reflecting, at that time also arising Kamavachara Kusala Chitta. But end of the Kusala Chitta cannot appear Tadarammana. The meaning Lokuttara Dhamma cannot be object for the Tadarammana Chitta. Okay. The next one, Abhiññā Jnana. Arabha Javane Javite Tadarammana Labbati. Take direct knowledge, supernatural power as an object. Example, someone going to see the divine eye or divine ear or whatever, the super power is arising. And that also arising the Javana, the Kamasa Kusala Chitta also arising. But this Abhiññā Chitta, Abhiññā Jnana cannot be the object for the registration Chitta. Paṭiccasamuppāda jnanam ārabha javane javite tadarammana labbati. Paṭiccasamuppāda jnana takes an analytical knowledge as an object for the Kamavachara Kusala Chitta. But analytical knowledge as a not object cannot be object for the Tadarammana Chitta. Okay. Next one. Kamavachare dubbalaarammane tadarammana labbati. You see? Takes a weak sense sphere object. The object is very weak. Kamavachara object is also very weak. At that time, also cannot appear the Tadarammana Chitta. Okay, this way, now I think, know how many time, no? The Namakotta, Panyatti, Tilakkana, Uttana Gamini, Ropa Dhamma, Mecchatta Niyata, Sammatta Niyata, Lokuttara Dhamma, Abhiññā Jnana, Paṭiccasamuppāda Jnana, Kamavachara Dubbala. I think 11 places, if I'm not wrong. 11 or 12 places. But anyway, you also can count later. This is the meaning. Those are object cannot produce Tadarammana Chitta. This is a place for the only for arising Kamavachara Javana, but those are object cannot be the object for the registration consciousness. Okay. In addition, registration Tadarammana can be obtained. The meaning Chasu dvaresu balavaarammane āpātagatiya yeva labbhati. Only when a strong object come into range in the 6th door, at that time arising. Labbhamanancha Kamavacharayeva labbhati. Only when the happen in the sense sphere existence. There are two meanings, no? Object must be strong and the being must be in the sensual plane. There are two reasons to appear the Tadarammana Chitta. The color object, sound smell, taste, tangible, and the Dhamma object. Whatever object is shown very clear at the time, easy to appear the Tadarammana Chitta after 7 Javana moment. But if object very weak, or maybe some being stay out of the sensual plane, at that time also not arising Kama Tadarammana. And they say Rupa Rupa Bhave Tadarammana Nama Natti, very important, because but there is no registration in the fine material and immaterial existence. Now you know some of the Brahma who are staying in the Brahma world, still they have work in the eye, they're taking the color object to appear the eye process, or take the sound object to appear the ear process. But still they are taking a Kamavachara object to arise the Kamavachara Chitta. But only Javana cannot appear the Tadarammana Chitta. Even the some of the Brahma in the immaterial world, Arupa world, maybe after cross of the jhana, they also can reflect. They also can practice anicca dukkha anatta. At that time also arising the kusala chitta, kamavachara kusala chitta in the arupa world. But end of the kusala chitta can appear the Tadarammana Chitta. This also must, you have to keep your mind. Rupa arupa bhave Tadarammana namanati. Okay? But there are no registration consciousness in the fine material and immaterial existence. So now this is the meaning of this concludes the section of the occurrence of the all 32 resultant consciousness during the course of existence Pavatti. In the following section, how the 19 resultant consciousness occur at the moment of rebirth linking will be analyzed. Okay, so this is the meaning. Our Lord Buddha also explained about the Tadarammana Chitta. Okay, but after that, they have the appendix A, B, etc. So I think the if you're okay to understand, but you also can understand by appendix B. B is B is niyata aniyata. So explaining michatta niyata and sammatta niyata. This one also the very important for the student to understand, because the about the niyat, okay, about the niyat, michatta niyata and sammatta niyata. Okay, niyata means fixed or decided in giving result. There are two types of niyata dhamma. There are two types of niyata, fixed dhamma. There are some dhamma that give result immediately after their arising, and there are some dhamma that give result immediately after the dissolution of the body, after death. Okay, they're explaining the former refer to four magga chitta, also called sammatta, as there are wholesome, and niyata means fixed in giving result immediately. They give result fixed early, not in the next life, but immediately in this life, right after their dissolutions. They have the right nature, therefore they are called sammatta. Okay, about next. And the later refer to the 5 dangerous acts, anantariya kamma. Panchanantara Kamma. Also called Micchatta, as they are wrong, and because they give result immediately after the dissolution of the body. If there is giving of result, they are called niyata. Now I think, do you know meaning Micchatta niyata and Sammatta niyata? Okay, now they're explaining the clause, yeah, when if there is giving of result are put there here because in case of multiple dangerous crimes, no? Some of danger karma owing to there being other more serious danger act may not give result immediately after death. But anyway, the explaining, especially the two dangerous karma, the killing own father and causing shame in the sangha, the sangha beda. They are causing as a shims will predominate the other and give result immediately after death. Because someone going to kill the father or they divide the sangha, these two karma is very danger, giving the result immediately after death. Okay, the killing the mother or killing the father, killing the arahat, causing blood to congeal in the body of the Buddha or Sangha Veda. This is a 5 danger karma. These 5 kind of danger karma are done by any of the 2 dosa mula chitta, arising dosa mula chitta. According to commentary, they're explaining about the Lohitupada, the congealing of the blood. The Buddha one's body cannot be cut without his will. Okay, that's the niyata miccha ditti. I remember miccha ditti ko bhikkhave parama vachani. The wrong view is a danger karma, one of the danger karma. Apart from the 5 danger karma, wrong view is also micchatta niyata dhamma. Fixed wrong view refer to the view that there is no cause or there is no effect, there is no result of akusala and kusala and so on. Once you take this view firmly, it is very hard to perceive them as wrong. Now, do you remember, no? During the Buddha's time, the king Ajatasattu, he also killed his own father. But later on, he understood he done the big wrong. But one day he met the Lord Buddha and discussed with the Lord Buddha. The Lord Buddha gave the very good Dhamma for him about the Samanya Phala, the fruits of the Samanya. Samanya means the ordained life. Step by step, the Lord Buddha explain for him. Actually, if he not kill his own father, definitely he will be the Sotapatti after listening this sutta, that sutta. But Lord Buddha mentioned for the bhikkhus, that king already killed his own father. Because of that, he cannot attain nibbana in this life. But anyway, after this life, immediately he will be born in the one of the hell. But later on, he will be the Paṭiccasamuppāda Buddha. We don't know when. But another thing, actually at that time, the king, after listening Dhamma, and he get forgiveness from the Buddha. If one day I already done the very big wrong and big, I already damaged my life, and if please forgive me. But after that, he became the very good supporter for the sasana. He is very good, good supporter. He's the main supporter to organize the first Sangha Council. And he is the main supporter to protect our Lord Buddha's relics. So he gives the very good support. But anyway, the whatever kusala, whatever wholesome he accumulated, but after that immediately he will born in the one of the hell. Actually, the Avicii, the around the Avicii they have the extra hell, the one of the extra hell of the Avicii here born. Now you see, that's why the very difficult to overcome from this akusala karma, very dangerous. Now you know the Bante Devadatta. Devadatta also same, no? He done the two danger akusala karma. One is our Lord Buddha's blood, no? He shake the blood of the Lord Buddha's body, and he divide the Sangha. But last moment, he told his disciple, I want to see the Buddha. I want to see the Buddha. But all his disciple brought him to see the Buddha on the way near the Jetavana monastery. Before seeing the Buddha, he went to the cave. I see. So that's why those are akusala karma, very danger, very danger. This is what we call the michatta niyata. There are three major kind of micchat ditti. One that there is cause, one that there is effect, one that there is both cause and effect. It is said that is they are kept until death. They will surely produce result after death. Is niyata about. This niyata miccaditti is held by any one of the four dittigata sampita chitta. Okay, but who has the strong wrong view? Definitely he will reborn in the Avicii. But now you know, no? The one day start to destroy this world. At that time, all are the beings who are staying in the woeful place, all are come to the human world and practice the metta meditation, practice metta jhana. Slowly by slowly they are going to the Brahma world, except miccaditti people, Because why? Miccaditti people who reborn in the Avicii, they cannot come over during the destroying the world system also. Well, the kappa vinasa. The time also they cannot come. They will reborn in the after 10,000 world systems. They're going to the again Avicii of the after 10,000 world systems, if I'm not wrong. Okay, this is the meaning. Anyway, after the miccaditti mind arising with dittigata sampavita chitta. Okay, this is also explaining. After that, explain about the this is a explain miccaditti and sammatta niyata. But you know about the sammaditthi, you know sammaditthi, but the sammatta niyata after Sotapatti Magga immediately arising Sotapatti Phala and Sakadagami Phala, Naga Phala, Arahata Phala after immediately Magga Chitta. Okay, this is also already explained. I think we have to we have time. We have to go to our next lessons. So now we already completed. Still we have to study the Vijnana, the Sankhara Paccaya Vijnana. Because of the formation arising vijnana. Vijnana is a resultant consciousness. Now there are 32 resultant consciousness except Lokuttara Vipaka Chitta. Now, I think the all other Vipaka Chitta we are explaining except Patisandhi Chitta. So now today we already explained Tadaramana Chitta also, but our next chapter is also very deep and very wide. There has a lot of things inside. This one also cannot finish within the 1 or 2 lessons. The inside they have a lot of good explanation for the understand. This one also we must understand why. This is also practically can understand our last moment of our life, because how we preparing our last moment, because suddenly we are not going to die, but we know one day will be die, but we have to prepare earlier. We have to accumulate wholesome, and we have to accumulate good things, and we have to associate good person, and whatever good thing you have to collect. This is a way to prepare for the last moment. But anyway, but the Patisandhi, at the rebirth linking Patisandhi, this one also we can make the 3 categories, type of Patisandhi and Patisandhi Chitta, the one. The number B, which Patisandhi at which realm. And 3, the C, object of Patisandhi. They under the C have the Kamma Nimitta, Gati Nimitta. The Kamma also one object, Kamma Nimitta also one object, Gati Nimitta one object. But another, they are explaining that number 2, another way, the past, Atita object, present, Pachupan object, Navatab, not so classifiable, Panyati object. Yeah. But this one also they are from Sugati to Dugati, how they been appear. From Dugati to Sugati, and from Sugati to Sugati, from Dugati to Dugati. Now you know, no? Sugati is a good place, Dugati is a bad place. Some of the being living in the good place, but some of the being after Sugati, after good place, they are going to reborn in the Dugati, woeful place. Just like Ajata, King Ajata Sattu, and the Bhikkhu, Devadatta, etc. And Dugati, Sugati, some of the being reborn, stay in the woeful place, one of the woeful place, but after listening Dhamma or maybe after doing the service, they become the appear the good place. Example, now do you remember during the Kassapa Buddha's time? Yeah, Kassapa Buddha's time, the one of the bhikkhu lived in the cave in the forest, one of the forest. At night, he always reciting the Abidhamma. In the behind of the cave, there are 500 beds, the birds, they are living. But when the bhikkhu start to recite the Abhidhamma, all other beds are keeping silent and listening. But anyway, this happening not only one day, continuously that bhikkhu practice. All other beds after death, they became the deva of the deva world. Later on, those are 500 deva reborn in the human world during the Buddha Sasana period. Those are 500 young boys became the monk, and they also practice Abhidhamma, and they all 500 bhikkhus became the clever of the Abhidhamma, and they already attend Nibbana also. You see, from Dugati to Sugati, and during the Buddha's time also, the one of the frog lived in the well, and the frog listened the Buddha's words. During the same moment, the one of the snake catch him. Immediately, that frog became the Deva. The same way, the one day our Lord Buddha going in the village, going the path with the one of with the Bande Ananda also together. The one of the birds all the birds name all, and the all they came down and respect, and he gave fly. At that time, Lord Buddha mentioned, today this bird, he pay respect for us, and he accumulated good wholesome. Those are wholesome, giving good result for him in the future. After this life, he never ever reborn in the woeful place. He will reborn in the good place, human no, become Deva, and until get Nibbana. You see, this is from Dugati to Sugati. From Sugati to Sugati, some of the people stay in the human world. After accumulating good wholesome, they can be they will be born in the Deva world. Some of the bhikkhu or lay people, after practicing jhana, they can be born in the one of the Rupa world or Arupa world. That's what this is from Sugati to Sugati. And Dugati to Dugati, some of the being stay in the one of the woeful place, but they cannot accumulate wholesome. They cannot do the good karma. Then again they reborn. After die, they again and again appearing in the same place. Okay, this is also the meaning. So this way we have to understand. After that, the condition for the Paṭiccasamuppāda also explained. The title. Okay. So now now we have to know about the Paṭiccasamuppāda. The occurrence at rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda. The commentary mentioned Kati Paṭiccasamuppāda. How many kind of rebirth linkings are there? How many Paṭiccasamuppāda? The commentary mentioned Asanya Paṭiccasamuppāda Sadding Visati Paṭiccasamuppāda, including the rebirth linking of non-recipient being. There are 20 kind of rebirth linking. They mentioned there are 20 Paṭiccasamuppāda, including Asanya Satta, Ansanya Satta. This includes the 19 type of rebirth linking with the 19 rebirth linking consciousness. See the table below, and the rebirth into non-recipient being where there is no rebirth linking consciousness. Okay. After the explanation, Kati Paṭiccasamuppāda Chittani. How many kind of rebirth linking consciousness? How many chitta given the Paṭiccasamuppāda? There are 19 kind of rebirth linking consciousness. Please see table below. Or again, Kena Katta Paṭiccasamuppāda Hoti. Where and by what means does rebirth linking come about? This is a question, and we have to find the answer. So we see Paṭiccasamuppāda Chitta, rebirth linking consciousness. Where? Katta, where? Now, do you know how many Paṭiccasamuppāda Chitta? There are 19. Those are 19 Chitta, not appear in the one place. There are few places. Example, they say, first one, Akusala Vipaka Ahetuka Manovinyana Dhatu. Yeah, the commentary also mentioned, Akusala Vipaka Ahetuka Manovinyana Dhatu. Unwholesome, resultant, roteless mind consciousness element or Paṭiccasamuppada Akusala Vipaka Santirana Chitta. The unwholesome, resultant, roteless investigating consciousness by with equanimity, upekka. Apayesu patisandhi hoti. This chitta can give patisandhi in the woeful state, woeful place. There are 4 woeful places. The Niraya, Tirachana, Peta, Asura. Every beings, whoever appearing in the woeful place, what is his patisandhi chitta? Akusala vipaka, ahetuka, manovinyana dhatu, or akusala vipaka, upekka sahagata santirna chitta. Okay, this is the meaning. But the next one, kusala vipakaya, kusala vipaka, ahetuka, manovinyana dhatu. Wholesome, resultant, rootless mind consciousness element or kusala vipaka, upekka sahagata santirna chitta. Wholesome, resultant, rootless, investigating consciousness with equanimity, upekka sahagata. Then giving the patisandhi in the human world, manusaloke, in the human world. But those are human beings, not so fixed, not so stable, not completed. They say Pali, Jachand, Jati Badir, Jati Ummattaka, Ela Muga, Napunsakadina. You see, some of the beings appearing in the human world, among those blind from birth, born deaf, born mad, born deaf and dumb, the sexless, and so on. Okay. Now you see what is the patisandhi chitta of this being? Kusala vipaka, but rootless, ahetuka. Okay. They're explaining, but next one. Attahi sahetuka mahavipakehi. They are sahetuka kamavachara vipaka chitta, mahavipaka. Rooted, sense sphere, resultant consciousness, great resultant consciousness, become the patisandhi, where kamavachara devesu cheva manusesu cha punyavantanang patisandhi. Among the sense sphere devas and the meritorious among the human being. Some of the being appear in the human world, the perfect, completed. They have the previous good habitual karma, good meritorious life. Next one, they say the rupavachara vipaka, fine material sphere, resultant consciousness. Rupi Brahma Loke, in the fine material Brahma world. And Arupavachara Vipaka Chitta, immaterial sphere resultant, Arupa Loke, in the material world. Now you see about the patisandhi. Which patisandhi chitta giving result which place? This according to this chart, you should understand. Okay, I think this is the meaning. Yeah. So after that, also the explaining Kim Patisandhiya Arammana. This is also very long explanation. I think better we start maybe next time. Whether we cannot finish within the few minutes. Okay, whether they take time. So we should continue next week. Okay.
Oh, Bhante, can I ask a question first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bhante, about the Kusala Vipaka, the Santirana, Kusala Vipaka, Santirana. I read somewhere that there is a possibility of a lower devas to be born under this Vipaka.
Yeah, yeah.
Patisanti. But
Yeah,
why is
yeah.
it not included in the
But
Pali?
commentary no mention. That's why we not say. We just follow the commentary.
Okay.
Yeah, I just follow the Banga commentary word by word. That's why we are not going to explain. Even the some they say that there's a adi so on. We have to include some more.
Okay. But
Yeah.
is there anywhere that because is there anywhere that it is recorded?
Yeah,
lower
if I not wrong, maybe some of the Tika and Abidhamma Bhavini Tika, but I not remember fixed place. Later, maybe I will find.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Yeah, sadhu for giving opportunity for us to share Dhamma, and sadhu Bhante to translate, and may Bhante be healthy, well and happy all the time. May all of the PAMC Dhamma devotees and who participate and listen in this Dhamma, may all of you be healthy, well and happy all the time, free from all suffering and attain Nibbana soon. Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang Nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu. Buddha sasanang chirang titthatu. Buddha sasanang chirang titthatu. Buddha sasanang chirang titthatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu nibbana paccaya.